Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. Can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, my good buddy Rob.
And I'm sleepy.
It's only Tuesday.
I know.
You've hit hump day early.
It has. I think the last week of plus thermonuclear has worn me out.
Yeah. We kind of. I was going to bring that up in housekeeping here that we survived the heat wave in our area. Saw record-breaking temperatures that I think some of the highest we've ever seen in our province.
We broke the record for the highest in Alberta ever that they've recorded.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe in like 1600 it might have been warmer, but no one could read a thermostat.
Yeah.
Or a thermometer. Wouldn't have thermostats before electricity.
In their mud huts, no?
In their mud huts. Playing their Atari.
Yeah. So yeah, we there wasn't much going on news-wise last week, so we skipped it, and we're gonna cram it all together. We got some good stuff to talk about today, with plus some breaking news that just happened today that it was breaking news, but
it is. It's news, all right.
Well, Rob, this is episode 91.
Yay!
We're so close to hitting triple digits. It's just a few more episodes away. You have any other housekeeping?
Yeah.
Nah. Well, yeah. I'll just say, as I always do, if you like what you're seeing or hearing, just give us a like or a comment anywhere. Wherever you're listening to us. I know we're on a bunch of podcast platforms, and those really seem to be doing quite well. We have been getting some extra likes on our YouTube stuff and, of course, the Facebook stuff, and that's always greatly appreciated. But, if you haven't, consider it. We'd like it.
Come for the high energy.
Come for the high energy from Rob. Rob.
Yeah. Get off my lawn.
All right, moving on into news. I'm going to start with a great story here.
It's a fantastic story.
Yeah. CD Projekt Red is quite happy with Cyberpunk 2077's current stability.
It's fixed, everyone. Nothing else to see here. Move on.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
PlayStation let it back on their store, as we reported last episode, but they're still recommending you don't play it on a base PS4 model. And Digital Foundry did a great breakdown of how it's running on both, and yeah, it's better, but it's not good. It's really not good.
No, it is just not the way to. Honestly, why didn't they just? This has been beaten to death, but why did they not just make it a next-gen game?
Yeah.
Then there'd be nothing. I mean, there would have been some bugs, but would have been playable.
Yeah. It's a whole weird thing. I guess they couldn't delay it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't have to focus so much on putting it on, PS4s and Xbox Ones.
Mm-hmm.
They could have really, really ramped it up.
I mean, the Wii U port really slowed them right down. It was,
yeah,
with the motion control and you have to blow into the microphone to shoot the shotgun. It's really quite rough.
So, I mean, maybe this is how they kind of pictured it would be at launch. Maybe now at this point, and then they'll start.
Sure.
But it's still not quite. I'm still not quite interested enough to give her a try. On a side note, though, Brent found me a nice cheap copy, and he's sending it to me. So
there you go.
I'll have it for PlayStation. Maybe I'll dive in a little bit and see how it is.
But you know what, Ryan?
What's that?
Still better than Anthem.
Still better than Anthem.
Still better than Anthem.
How much is it on sale for right now on the PlayStation Store? It was like $4.99 or $4.98 or something.
Yeah.
Like
$4.98 too much.
Yeah, EA is just like, yep, just give us some money for it. We're not going to put anything more into it. Just please, even $5. We'll take whatever we can.
We'll throw in a free loot box.
Yeah, we'll give you a loot box somewhere else.
Yeah, for a different game. Cyberpunk. There you go.
Other news. Sony did a little bit of buying this week. They bought the studio Housemarque, which is the studio that made Returnal for them.
Still the best name for a video game ever. But looks really good. Like, yeah, it's done well for them.
It has. It seems like a really polarizing game. A lot of people who love it, really like it, love it, and but from what I hear, it like you really just need to play it with the controller and like not have headphones on and like experience the sounds like that your TV and the controller are trying to feed you, and like
it's the Dark Souls of first-person shooters.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just you got to get good.
That's why I haven't acquired it, because that type of gaming just really doesn't interest me.
When you need to spend 7 hours to get good enough to beat one boss, it's like I don't really have time for that.
How many hours is this game?
Yes.
Well, there's only really 10 hours of content, but it's going to take you 80 to get through it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to play that first hour a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's maybe we'll see. Housemarque had made some other popular shooters. I'm not too familiar with them though. Where were they here?
Damon just typed something very funny that we can't really talk about till we get later on, but it made me chuckle.
So they made some games called Super Stardust.
Super Stardust. The HD remake of Super Stardust.
Yeah.
A lot better than the initial one.
I don't know that game.
Nope, me neither.
Dead Nation.
Nope.
Resogun. I've heard of that, but I've never. And Matterfall. So.
Some of Finland's finest games.
So it's a good little acquisition for Sony.
Absolutely.
I think they needed to get a few more original studios under their belt after they're kind of seeing that Xboxes are starting to pay some dividends.
Yeah, absolutely.
They also they didn't purchase, but they added it to the. Maybe they did. Is this a partnership? Nixxes Software is now part of the PlayStation family. And what they did is they're a PC port developer. They're the ones who ported and optimized Marvel Avengers, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, and the Tomb Raider trilogy from consoles to PC.
Right.
So, but they're part of the Sony Interactive Entertainment Group now. So, does that mean they purchased them, or is that just...
Yeah, I mean, it sure sounds like it, right? That's I don't think it was much of a merger if Sony was involved.
Yeah.
It does say Sony has acquired Nixxes Software, so that... Okay.
I didn't want to make that assumption, but yeah. So another thing they've done here.
It's funny how they led with they were the ones involved with the PC port for Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess they needed the work.
Well, it looks bad if I don't put my most recent job on my resume.
Like, could you just not put that one on? Let's just lead with Deus Ex. Like, people like that game.
Yeah.
It did all right.
Yeah, you could have, put it in parentheses after, like,
and Marvel's Avengers.
And Marvel's Avengers.
And Marvel's Avengers.
Maybe they did a really good job of what they had to work with. How about that?
That's fair. They didn't make the game; they just made the port.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
What do we have here next? Oh, yeah. So we had a funny little moment before the show here. So Konami's new Contra game is coming to mobile, and I just read the story. I didn't even watch the trailer, and you're like, maybe you should check that trailer out. And it's like, it's a 1.5-minute trailer where 1:25 of it is all live action, like hype, like you see actors like being like training. It's like a training montage.
Yeah, it is all CGI trailer, and then there's like 4 seconds at the end with the shooty.
Yeah,
the shooty bang bang.
So what they showed of the shooty bang bang looked like Contra.
Yeah, I mean it's a game that's already really popular. Like if they just redid it, it will be good.
So
if that's what they did.
So I don't know how to say this. Timai Studios, which is a Tencent studio out of China there.
Oh, good start.
They created they had another Contra game in 2017 called Contra Return.
Okay.
And they're working on this one too.
Oh, you gotta say that. Timmy.
I wasn't sure. So there'll be new storylines and over 200 more levels, along with updated graphics.
And because Tencent is involved, they may or may not monitor what you're doing.
May or may not.
So if you're playing the game while you're on the toilet,
yeah, cover your camera.
Cover the camera.
You know what? I didn't do this very well in the notes here, but I'll group together the other Konami story of the week, which got people aflutter. Yeah. Konami has developed a strategic partnership with Bloober Team, with the developer Bloober Team. Bloober Team most recently put out The Medium as a
Great, yeah.
It was a launch title for the Series X there, like touted as one of the first next gen games. Yeah, it was okay. It was just an okay game.
I heard it was very mediocre, from a lot of people.
The Medium, very medium.
Very medium.
Yeah. They should have
still better than Anthem.
Still better than Anthem. But they're working on existing and new IPs. Now, what has everybody up in, a Twitter about this is that, there's been so many rumblings about some new Silent Hill, be it a remake, a remaster, a new chapter. And they're just really, people are like, how could you not hire Bloober Team and not let them work on Silent Hill?
You know what? The one thing Bloober's really good is atmosphere. They're really good at creating atmosphere.
Yeah. And
that game is all atmosphere.
Yeah. So, and also, what people are stretching, but I guess Bloober Team hired the composer who did the same score for the Silent Hill games. So they're like, it's a connection.
It means
something.
Yeah. I'm watching, actually on a side note, I am watching some people play through Silent Hill 2.
Oh.
Just happens to be right now, and that game still looks good. They got things and effects out of that PlayStation 2 that are still mind-blowing, right?
Really?
And the atmosphere in that game is just holy mackerel. You feel dirty when you're watching it. It's like, ugh, wow.
So I got a weird question because I missed a whole bunch of stuff,
Yep.
in the console wars, but Kojima put out that demo, that famous
PT.
demo.
You bet, yeah.
Which was supposed to be his demo to his Silent Hill game, but he had nothing to do with the previous ones, right?
I don't believe so.
Yeah. Okay. He just had an interest.
That's a good question. I'm gonna Google it now. I don't think he was involved with it, but
So, anyways, I was just wondering that because you think of these things pop into my head at 2 a.m. Like, it's like, why was Kojima making a Silent Hill game when he wasn't involved with the other ones?
Right. Yeah, he's just great at making weird games.
Yeah.
And it made sense, I guess.
I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, PT was freaking eerie.
I mean, just a few months ago, someone found some extra. They did some hacking on it, and they were able to find that there was that creature that was actually following you that you couldn't see. Like, they were able to
that creepy woman that you saw for just a little bit.
Yeah,
was actually following you, but you just couldn't see it. Yeah.
Yikes.
That's still the Game Grumps actually did a playthrough of PT. It's like their most popular one ever, and it's still fun to watch.
Oh, I'm gonna have
to were just getting so creeped out. It was just like, what's going on here?
I should watch a playthrough of Silent Hill 1 and 2. I mean, I hear they're classics, but I've never
They are. They are, and it's a lot easier to watch it for the story than to actually play it because tank controls just don't age well.
More on that later.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Unintentional segue.
Or foreshadowing. Ooh. Unintentional foreshadowing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. Excited to see what Bloober and Konami do together. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
I also like just saying Bloober Team. So next bit of news got us excited to try it.
Right here.
Yep. Right there. We've been waiting anxiously, and xCloud now available on Apple devices.
Yep.
And how's your experience with that, Rob?
I tried it the second day. There's a little bit of latency issues.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to go back to it. One thing I did when I'm like, oh, there's latency issues, I wonder what I could. So I played some Slay the Spire. What's that game? The card game that we both really enjoyed.
Yeah, Slay the Spire. Yeah,
Slay the Spire. Yeah. So I played some of that. I'm like, well, this is perfect because latency. Who gives a crud? But I can play it on my iPad now, right? So, but yeah, I tried playing like Dirt 5, and it was just like, it was almost unplayable, really.
Yeah.
So, how about you?
Well, same sort of thing. I tried a bunch of stuff on my phone. And then I'm like, you know what? I got to try this with something with a little horsepower and like good internet behind it. So I actually loaded it up on my PC as well. And same issues were there. I tried playing some Forza, and then I tried some Dead Cells, like just to some games like games where latency matters, and it was there and it was bad. It was so bad. So I'm not giving up on it yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just
I imagine a lot of people were trying it the first couple days, right? So I mean, shows. Sorry. I was just going to say it made me feel a little more sympathy for Stadia, where I was like, okay, maybe it does take a little bit of time to get things right. Although Stadia's had a year and a half, and it's
but then you're like
gameplay related.
Then the stupid Stadia.
Yeah, it's not easy to do cloud gaming. Evidently, it's yeah, because we'd heard that it played really well from some people who tried it in the beta. Damon was one of them, said it worked really well, but that was a limited amount of people getting it at once, right? So
I'm not done with it. I'll give it another try. Just initial reactions are not super favorable.
We're paying for it anyway, so it's worth giving a try because it's still in Game Pass. Yeah,
exactly. Oh, Rob, you'll be happy to hear that Xbox will be the official console of Battlefield 2042.
Well, now we can take down my signs that say bring 2042 to Xbox.
And all that means is that they're gonna optimize 2042 for the Xbox consoles, which is fine.
Yeah,
but sure. Did you know they've also signed stuff with NVIDIA for the ultimate PC experience, Logitech to ensure players have the best integration.
What does that mean?
Well, mice and headphones and keyboards and stuff, right?
So I guess that's just a buzzword. It's like we're gonna make the Logitech mice work better than regular mice. Like, anyway, sorry. Carry on.
You're gonna love this next one. They've partnered with Polaris.
Yeah.
To bring people the best opportunity to operate authentic Polaris vehicles like the ones in Battlefield 2042. And Western Digital Black to ensure gamers have the best possible gaming experience. Like the Western Digital hard drives.
Yeah, no.
EA is signing all the partnerships.
Everybody's getting, because your best experience on a hard drive will be on a Western Digital one. No one else makes a better.
The Western Digital Black, Rob.
Yeah, no, I'm sticking with my previous statement.
But the Polaris one made me laugh, like that they included that in here, like the makers of snowmobiles and other recreational vehicles.
Yeah,
you'll be able to buy a Battlefield 2042.
Proper integration of. Yeah, we're partnering with Logitech because your best mouse experience will be on a Logitech mouse. Nobody ever. Oh, cool. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
At least EA gets more money. EA makes Battlefield, right?
EA makes Battlefield.
Yeah, so they like the money over at EA.
Speaking of EA liking money, I should have paired these better.
Look at this. Yeah, what in our nose,
but
do this. Yeah.
So EA has come out denying that they are looking at adding advertisements to console games, which is a story that broke a few days ago. That they signed a partnership with Simul Media, which is a company that does this already on mobile. Insert ads. And, people were saying that, basically it would be things like, hey, watch this video to unlock an extra whatever in this game. Like
absolutely.
Gun or, something. But they came out and they're like, whoa. No.
We would never do that here.
We would never do that.
We never have anything shady involving commercials or loot boxes or anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about. Little dollar signs in their eyes.
Yeah. So this reminded me. So I know you didn't play Battlefield 2142, not 2042, because that's the one coming out. 2142. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're right. I haven't played whatever one that is.
Which is the one that came out after 2, but before 3.
I haven't played any of them, so you're good either way.
So they did a whole bunch of shady stuff with 2142. Okay, 2142.
I'm making my surprise face for the audio.
Was one of the first games that had billboards in the game would change with actual advertisements, like real world advertisements. Nothing to do with the world. Like they kind of make them look like they should be there, And people lost their freaking minds about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you paid $80 for the game. If it was a freemium game, then you'd be like, okay, I didn't pay for this. But when you pay $80 and there's still ads, it's like double deuce.
Also, I was thinking about this after reading this article. This was the first time and only time that they've done this, where whatever you pre-ordered, or there are different levels of pre-order. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Different, like 5 different versions of the game you can buy.
Yeah.
But if if you pre-ordered it on PC, there's a certain gun you could get that you could only get on PC if you pre-ordered it.
Yep.
And I don't know if they've done. I didn't have a very broad horizon when that was out, so I was playing a lot of stuff just on PC at the time. So I know some consoles did some stuff. Like I remember on the PS3, Rage, the game Rage did that. If you pre-ordered it got the day one edition on PlayStation, you got a certain gun that you wouldn't be able to get on the Xbox and vice versa.
Right.
And I don't know, I don't see them doing that kind of stuff so much anymore. I think people lose their minds too much. Like they want to be able to, I want that gun too. And I'm on an Xbox. I want that PlayStation gun.
Yeah, I know Square Enix just did it with Marvel's Avengers, right? Where they're like, hey, you want to have Spider-Man?
Right.
Have a Sony.
Yeah. Only on the Sony.
You like Spider-Man?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I have a hard time imagining EA hasn't done this before. I just assume at this point the evil.
Yeah.
Also, EA, bring NHL to PC.
Dagnabbit.
Do it.
Do it now.
I know you watch the show, Mr. EA.
Mr. EA, yeah.
we want the show.
Okay, so I've jumped around here. I just need to.
We don't know where.
Talked about that. Oh, more PlayStation news. How about that?
Sure. So,
in continuing with Sony's bad form on just about everything,
Yep.
They announced a Ghost of Tsushima director's cut this week.
Okay.
I'm
listening.
So, if big if here.
Yep.
If you were to just go to the store and buy the director's cut when it comes out, it's a straight up $80 game for the PS4, $90 game for the PS5. Okay.
I'm with you. Yep.
If you own the game already, it's a $20, or so this would be a $30 upgrade on the PS4 and a $40 upgrade on the PS5.
Okay.
So it gets you, it's basically DLC is what it comes down to.
Right.
But this is also the only way. This is the weird part. Like there is only a PS4 version right now. So basically, if you want to get the PS5 version without having to pay the full $90, you got to pay the $40, and that'll get you all the enhancements, I'll read it. The PS5 upgrade will include PS5 DualSense haptic feedback and adaptive trigger support, PS5 3D audio, 4K 60 frames per second, and Japanese lip sync for the Japanese voiceover.
Okay.
And a new island called Iki Island.
Iki Island.
And that's the new area.
Okay.
So, this is the part where people are like, why can't you just give us the upgrade from the PS4 to the PS5 stuff for free?
Yeah. If you bought the game already, right?
Yeah, but no, they're calling it a director's cut. So I put, they during Games Fest there during E3, they announced the Death Stranding director's cut as well, right? And so it's gonna be something similar because there's no PS5 support yet for Death Stranding,
right?
But it just really feels so much like bad form, man. Like
absolutely.
It just it's just, and something else that happened is so they get well they've done this twice now with their PS Plus. A little while ago, they gave away the new Final Fantasy VII remake, but they've released the PS5 version of that and called it like, Final Fantasy VII Retrograde or something, like.
Okay.
Basically, put a whole new subtitle on it and charge a full $90 for it, and there's no way that you can upgrade your old version. Okay. And then 2 months ago, they gave us Greepfall as a PS Plus game of the month. And that is coming out next week with their PS5 updates. But you won't, if you bought the game on its own, you would get the PS5 updates for free, but you cannot apply them to the PS Plus version of the game.
Yeah.
So it just, I'm just getting so mad at like all these developers lately. Like it's just like all these companies. It's just like, man, you just nickel and dime and gouge and like, man, oh man, man, oh man, oh man.
Speaking of nickel and diming, our next story.
Which one is that? The Apex Legends servers?
Oh, we did jump around a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
I guess that's not really nickel and diming. Forget that segue.
Or do you just want to go to the big news from today? Is that what you were gonna?
I got a little distracted on our list there because we jumped around.
Yeah. But you know what? That's fine. Just quickly, Apex Legends servers got hacked this week, and it was by the guy who hacked it. Did it as a message to say fix the Titanfall servers because they're just getting constantly hacked. And so he's like, I'm hacking the Apex Legends servers to let you know that the Titanfall servers are getting hacked all the time. So fix those too.
Hackception, I guess.
Hackception. Yeah.
All right. You guys ready for the big story?
Take it away, Rob. I'll let you have this one.
Boy,
I've done a lot of talking already. So
I'm going to have a lot of mediocre face with this one.
Yeah.
So after many months of Switch Pro rumors, Nintendo this morning, in a very non-excitable way, just kind of dropped, hey, you like a new Switch? Here's your new Switch. So Ryan and I and Brent and Damon, we were all very excited. We were chatting in the little
finally happening.
It's happened. Let's see what you get with the new Switch. New 7-inch OLED screen. Cool. Good start. What's the second thing? An enhanced stand. Uh-oh. That's not good. Why are they leading?
Oh wait, no. They just wanted to get that out of the way. They
just want to get that out of the way.
They got to have some better news in there, Rob. Come on.
Let's just read what it gets.
Okay.
A new wider kickstand, enhanced audio through new built-in speakers. How is it enhanced? It's better sound. A LAN port in the back so you can finally be wired to a Switch. So that's good. These are all good things.
In the dock, yeah.
64 gig of internal storage, so you get double. Also good. And a new color for it. What didn't I say, Ryan?
Rob.
Yeah?
Where the fudge is my hardware upgrades?
You don't get hardware upgrades.
Get out.
There's
right now.
No mention of any technical spec increase. This is not the Switch Pro we were looking for. This is not the Switch Pro you were looking for. This
is not the Switch Pro we're looking for.
Still looking at on that brand new fancy OLED screen. If you're doing handheld, you still get 720p. But boy, is it going to be vibrant.
Yeah, even the battery isn't upgraded. It's the same battery that they have in the new Switch version too. Like,
yeah. There is an extra 32 gig of internal storage is really not. Yeah, there's nothing here. Yeah, there's just nothing here. And when you pre-order this, because they've had listings already, you can't buy it yet, but they have listings ready for the pre-order. It's $50 more.
yeah,
Yeah, for a LAN port.
and 0.8 inches more of screen space. Like it's not even the Switch XL. It's like the Switch L. It's like the Switch L. Like,
because they said it's going to fit and everything else. Like all the different things are going to fit, so they made it look exactly the same. I'm sorry, I can get a 32 gig mini micro SD card for
$15.
$15. A LAN port. I mean, yes, they should have done the LAN port earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I had a dongle from my Wii.
I bet you did. The whole sentence was amazing.
I had one more time.
Come on, focus.
Dope. Yeah, so I bought one of those USB LAN dongles for my Wii, and I used it on my Wii, my Wii U, and on the Switch. All worked great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, this announcement just feels like so much missed opportunity. And after seeing what they're offering with this, I totally understand why this wasn't at E3. People would have rioted.
Yeah.
If this was part of if this is the one more thing on during E3, just one more thing. Here
you go.
Here's a friggin' kickstand.
You like that kickstand?
Adjustable kickstand.
It's a wider kickstand.
You know, if anyone's who's listening to this and you have a Switch, just send us an email and let us know how often you use the kickstand currently on your Switch. And do you think you would use it more if, it was better? Because the one that's on the Switch now is horrible.
Yeah, no, I mean, it had good.
It's like, it's just, I think they were like, well, we need to put the SD card somewhere and we need to put something over it. Well, let's just make it a little bigger and we'll call it a kickstand. How does that sound?
Yeah, absolutely. I am just looking at.
Also, so when they show pictures of it with current Joy-Cons, you see that the Joy-Cons are the same size. Like, it looks like it's the exact same size as the current Switch, just the bezel around the screen is much smaller. Okay? So, yeah, this is a missed opportunity for them to fix the Joy-Cons. Like, make an announcement, but hey, new joysticks. But like we were saying beforehand, that's them admitting that there's a problem with the Joy-Cons, which, the 70 class action suits against them about Joy-Cons make it so that they can't admit that.
Yeah. Just be like, the old ones weren't broken, but these are new enhanced ones that, fix the problem we totally didn't have.
Yeah.
Just
dude,
they won't drift.
It's so disappointing. Like, I can't even know what else to say.
Yeah, we were both very excited for this. We are both big Nintendo fans.
Yeah,
but it's just a little sad.
Yeah, and I mean, there are so many reports about the 4K capability. Like,
yeah, I mean, leaked things, right? And nothing.
Nothing.
This is like when Star Wars Part 1 came out.
Mm.
We've been waiting forever. So excited. And then you watched it, and you're like, wow.
This is a new Star Wars movie, so I'm gonna love it. I have to.
I have to.
It's all I'm getting.
Double-handed lightsaber.
That speed racer scene was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it had pod racing. That's pretty cool. Great Nintendo game. Like
but
N64 game. Very good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the force is in your blood now, and they can count it with a scanner.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, oh, there's a better kickstand on my Switch.
That's cool. Yeah.
And a LAN port.
Okay. You know how much it costs for do I have it down here? No. For a USB to Ethernet dongle? $20 for a good one?
Yeah. $9.99 if you get one like I did. That seems to work perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
We're sad.
So yeah, they're even just calling it. They're not like it's called the Switch OLED model.
Yeah.
So I'd like to coin the phrase right now, the Swhoa-LED.
I like it.
The Nintendo Swhoa-LED.
So let us know in the comments if any of you guys out there are looking at getting this.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I mean, if you want to get it, at the end of the day, you buy what you want. You want to buy a television Amico, that's fine. I'm buying one.
Mm-hmm.
Am I an idiot? Yes. But not just because of that. But I'm just curious who's going to go out and rush and buy one?
Yeah.
Other than Brent, who may have pre-ordered his already.
I think he has.
Yeah. So, yeah. How do you segue from that?
Well, we can take our disappointment and talk about what we've been playing. How about that?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
You want to go first? Do you want me to go first? What?
Why'd you go first here, guy?
Okay.
We got like 6 or 17 games.
Something like that. So the first game I tried out was a game called SnowRunner. So I've seen Mud Runner, and on a lot of the like video game pages I follow, like I've seen like just so many people were playing this game and loving it, and it's basically just driving big trucks in horrible conditions.
Right.
So the game boils down to, right?
Edmonton the game.
Edmonton the game. And so I fired up SnowRunner and I played through the first part of it. And yeah, it's, I don't know, man. Like, it's not simulatory enough to make it a simulator, if that makes sense.
Sure,
and
absolutely.
So the controls are clunky, and I mean it looks fine. It's fine, but
it seems like the kind of game for a guy who's really in, like there's a certain market for it. Yeah,
absolutely. Because like the controls feel floaty and not in the right way. Like just I don't know. Yeah, I won't be going back to it. I'll go play some Forza Horizon 4 if I want to pilot weird big vehicles. Yeah, so a little disappointed. I was hoping for a little more of a, like, I don't know, like, seems like it could have been a fun game to just putz around in, right? Like, do your little deliveries and things. And next up, and this is where we were foreshadowing. So I tried to play some Resident Evil 4 on the Switch.
Right.
And yeah, I couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't do it. They're not full-on tank controls like they are in Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, 4 was the one that kind of drifted from it, right?
It is. But the inability to move your camera. And with that, it makes the controls feel very tanky-like. And I just, I put an hour in, and hard and I was dying and I just wasn't having any fun.
I can hear the people in the comments screaming at you right now. Just like, Resident Evil 4 was the best one in the series.
You know what? I have such unreal memories about Resident Evil 4.
Mm-hmm.
I bought that game and I played it from Friday night until Sunday. Very little sleep, but I played it right through in one weekend because I was
Mm-hmm.
so enthralled by this game. But
Mm-hmm.
I've just I can't go back. I can't go back to those limited controls like that. I need I need more control. Like I need my camera controls. I need better aiming. I just
Sure.
I fully give them permission to give this the Resident Evil 2 3 treatment that they've been doing. I took like please save this game for me.
Sure. Well, that is something they're doing, right? Isn't 4 getting the...
No.
No.
No, the only they're making a VR version of it.
Oh, okay.
That's the next thing happening, and they're not even sure if you're going first person or if you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be like third person God mode sort of thing.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to do that, but right? Who knows?
Who knows?
So as of yet, there's been no announcement that they're gonna remaster 4. So yeah, I gave up on that and I probably won't go back. I really wanted to I was looking forward to playing it. I've had it on my Switch and I've seen it there a bunch of times and I'm like, I'll get to you when I'm good and ready.
I'm gonna get you, little guy.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna play you again because I had so much fun that first time and yeah. So something that did bring me much joy is the next game, Mario Golf Super Rush. I love me some Mario Golf. I played the crap out of the GameCube, Toadstool Tour, I believe that is.
Right.
I got hooked on it on the N64, like initially, and then like it was such a great jump to the GameCube, and then recently on the 3DS they had another Mario Golf and played the crud out of that. So this one, it's Camelot who makes it again. I don't know if they made the 3DS version, but they definitely made the GameCube version. But they've changed things up a bit. Like the controls were pretty consistent from like the GameCube to the 3DS and whatever in between there. But they've kind of changed things up, and I'm still in the learning process of how to do like the backspin and the top spin and putting curve on the ball, and like they do some interesting things with that. But the big thing is the rush, the super rush, where when you're playing in a tournament, you hit the ball and then you got to go run to where it lands instead of watching it. Like you take the shot and you watch where it lands. You actually rush to it, and that's a whole other part of the game. And yeah, it's pretty fun.
Right on.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've been playing the story mode, where you take your me character and you just build yourself up. So I'm like level 35 right now.
Okay.
And when they show you the like the full level bar, I'm betting you can get to level 400, 500, something like that, just for the amount that level 30 has like filled up that bar. There's a long way to go. And I'm not even gonna mind. Like I just did a cross country course where there's been a golf course that's been damaged, and basically you choose the holes in the order, and they're on different levels. And like, so you got to decide, well, do I go down there and then hit the ball back up to these other levels to do these other ones? Or do I go to the top ones and hit them back down? And like, it's a whole other game. So just, if, you know what? Yeah. If you like any of the other Mario Golfs, highly, highly recommend this. It's great. And then in just revisiting some old stuff, I've just because of my limited access of where I can when and where I can play my PS5. I haven't had much time to play Death Stranding. But when I was hiding out from the heat, I had an opportunity and put a few more hours into Death Stranding. I really like that game, man. Like it's such a like just zen experience to be this like futuristic mailman.
futuristic mailman,
futuristic pure later courier, whatever you want to call it. Like and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm kind of disappointed I'm gonna have to pay $40 more to get the the director's cut, but and then lastly, I put a ton of time in on Game Pass on 2 Point Hospital.
Oh, okay. You were playing on the Switch before, right?
No, on Game Pass.
Was it always on?
Yeah, that's where I was playing it, and then I was kind of reaching a point where I'm like, man, I love this game so much. So I started watching for the DLC to go on sale, on Xbox, and it didn't look like it. Like I never seen it, and then I seen a sale pop up on Steam. They had like a 75% off sale, and so I picked up 2 Point Hospital and all its DLC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've restarted because I was playing it on Game Pass. I had to restart my Steam file, but I don't even mind. It's another great like just mindless putzing game. Like, I mean, I'm definitely blowing through it way faster than I did the first time because I actually know what's going on. Like in like a quarter of the time, I'm almost halfway to where I was before. So I'm going to continue with that. But man, I love that game. Again, another just like fun. Lots of fun.
Are you excited for that sequel there, that 2 Point Campus? Or
absolutely.
Right on.
Then I'll just mention I did a retro pick. This week.
You did.
And I had such fond like arcade memories of this game. And it's the game Xenophobe. And it was a 3-player arcade game.
Yep.
And yeah, I was just like, oh, this seems pretty simple. Like it just, I think having two buddies, like everybody crunched in on one little console, definitely
with that special the Tron like joystick with the two buttons.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I yelled a lot at the screen when I was watching you play that game. I was like, dude, don't hit that button. The one in the first level, you hit the button to self-destruct the base.
Oh.
And then I saw the look on your face where you're like, what just happened? I'm like, yeah, it was right next to the countdown timer. There's a button to self-destruct the base. And you can hit that if you're getting overrun. You don't want to lose any more health.
Oh.
Because there's a lot of like buttons and things you can trigger and all sorts of things, but they kind of flash by on the two buttons on the screen there, right? So I was just like, and every time you stood up, I was like, crouch, you need to crouch, because if you're standing and the big alien jumps you lose your weapon.
Right. So
I'm like, and I kept hearing you say, oh, you lost my weapon again. I'm like, that's because you stood up. Stop standing up.
I've seen, this is the same problem I was having with when I was playing Narc. Like I didn't remember having to crouch like continually in the game.
Xenophobe, you have to spend about 90% of the game on your hands and knees because it will wreck you. That was a game I have it for Lynx.
Okay.
And I used to play with my buddies Mike and Dave all the time. And there's so much going on. Like you don't really see it in the arcade because you're just so frantically trying to shoot guys, but there's different like teleporters and you can hit different traps and things. And lots of stuff you can do. But yeah, when you're by yourself and you haven't played in 20 years, it's like you don't really see it and you're just like, I keep getting overrun. This is just stupid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot to this game.
Yeah. I was glad to see you play it though, because man, that's the kind of game I'd love to be playing co-op with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're close. Edmonton's close.
Which we'll be doing soon.
Yeah, you betcha.
So watch for that, people. We're just gonna have we're gonna tape 10 co-op co-op
Yeah,
games.
we're just gonna every game we've got in the collection. It's like we can do this. Yay!
Oh, so that's what I've been playing over the last 2 weeks, Rob. What have you been playing?
Well, boy, a little bit of disappointment. I'll start off with a game I was so excited to play, like ludicrously excited to play, and I don't know if I've been let down by a game this bad in a long time. And that game is Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance.
Okay.
I was super excited to play this game. Got it right away on Game Pass, and I was playing. I'm like, I'm gonna play an archer, and it's gonna be great. And they got loot for it, and it's gonna be like legendaries, and like I can get together with friends.
Hey, so sorry. So I think on our last episode you just started playing this. Like I think you had just fired it up.
Yeah.
Okay. And
yeah,
and at that point you were pretty happy with it.
I played the training mission.
Okay.
That's kind of where things go downhill very fast.
Okay.
So the training mission you're playing, and the guys are reacting the way you would think they would. So I went to the first dungeon, and I'm playing an archer, and I shoot a guy, and he does nothing. He just sits there and goes, so shoot him again. And I'm like, this has got to be just an easy skill level thing. Like maybe I've just got to get way too close for the. So I cranked it way up, well past what I'm supposed to be able to do, and it doesn't matter. The AI is broken.
Oh,
it is so broken.
Like, okay, so was the shot bouncing off of him, or just
no? It hits him. It does full damage. He just doesn't move.
Oh, or fall down or anything. He just.
Oh no, he takes the damage and then he eventually dies, but he never comes looking for who shot him. And the bosses are like this too. Like the bosses are ludicrously easy, and there's just the AI is atrocious. And look up some reviews on this. Like there's some guys, I don't get as angry as some guys do, but there's a YouTuber called Angry Joe. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his stuff, but he does a review on this, and they're huge D&D fans. And it's like 45 minutes of expletives because so broken. There are so many bugs. And like later on in the game, you get to higher levels, and they're still dropping gray loot. Like you might get the best piece you're ever going to get in the beginning, and you don't get better stuff for playing on harder. Bosses are a joke. Like there is a bug that occasionally you load up the game and all your armor is gone. Everything you've ever earned is gone. Just not there. And it's, oh boy, it's just like, for all the hype about this game and all the excitement, it just hurt. Like I have no point in playing this game, because if I get better at the game, it won't matter. I'm not going to get better loot. And honestly, there's a certain sick thrill in playing a game at a super hard difficulty and just working your way through it because no one's fighting back. But that doesn't really build a long gaming experience of wanting to play this game. So that sucked. And I gave it lots of opportunity. I played a bunch of it, and it's just like it never got better. And then I'm like, I start reading about the other people's experiences. I'm like, no one's having fun with this game. It's not even more fun with other players.
That sucks, man.
The bouncing is broken. If you take the night elf with the swords there, and you're playing with other people like the barbarian or the archer or the night elf is so much better at killing people than anyone else, and it's just the way he's built and the way he attacks. And then when it shows you the stats at the end of the match, there it's like, oh, he killed 87 guys. The barbarian killed 2. It's a regular thing. It's just so broken.
Who made this?
This was Well, it was blessed by the Wizards of the Coast because for the Dungeons and Dragons.
Right, yeah,
But I think it was 2K.
2K?
Not 2K like 2 and then K. It's like a French or Quebec studio called TOUQUE, I think.
Oh. So like
it's something like that. It's
okay.
I hadn't heard of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they needed a whole bunch more time before they released this, but atrocious. It's very atrocious. Don't
man.
play. Even with Game Pass, like, don't waste the time installing it. It's free.
So maybe for a better experience, load it up on the xCloud, and the lagging may just like
maybe it'll make it more fun. That's something, right? So I dropped that, and I played some NHL 21, which people out there, serious gamers, are now turning off the video. But hear me out. There's a mode in there called Threes, and it's like an arcadey NBA Jam type, and you can play with mascots and stuff. And I was just playing through this, and my kids were watching and enjoying me sending guys into the, it was a lot of fun. It was brainless.
Yeah.
But again, on Game Pass, it's free because of the EA. On the console, because it's not on PC.
EA, Mr. EA.
Mr. EA. Make this for people. You release like rugby games on PC.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people buy NHL.
You know what? Sony has this company. They do pretty good PC ports.
Maybe Nixxes Games or whatever they're called. Yeah, maybe they should make a port. So that was fun.
I've been meaning to dive into that.
Take a little. And on the Super S, it's amazing because I played this on the Xbox One before.
Mm-hmm.
My OG Xbox One, with all its creaking cobwebs and stuff, and then I played it on the Series S, and it's ludicrous. It's a 15th of the time loading.
Oh, I bet.
It's so fast, like that whatever witchcraft they've done with those hard drives, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And
it's the Series S. It's not the $600 one. It's it looks like a little speaker but it's great. It was a great experience. So I've been trying games on it.
Awesome.
And then in Edmonton recently, there's a segue for this. We just entered stage 3 for our coronavirus, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, or whatever you want to call it. And
Backstreet's back, all right.
So my tie into that is that people on the internet are awful. So large amount of anger from both sides of this should happen. Very negative on the internet right now. So people thinking we shouldn't have waited this long. People saying we're going to kill everyone, including grandma. And everyone's just yelling at each other. So I'm like, I turned that off for the weekend. I got together with my kids there, and I played through New Super Lucky's Tale.
Oh.
Beginning to end.
Wow. Impressive.
And that game, if you have not tried it, anyone out there, anyone listening to my voice right now, and you have even remotely loved platformers, if you have any love in your heart for a platformer you've ever played, try this game out. It is amazing.
Oh.
It is fun-natured. It is it never gets ridiculously challenging to like the end when you have these guardian trials that you unlock when you beat the game. Some of those get a little challenging, but to actually play through from beginning to end, it is such a pleasant experience with lovable characters, and it's just like direct sugar into your veins. And the gameplay is amazing. And if you have Game Pass, you have literally no reason to not play this game.
Is it on PC?
It's on PC as well.
Okay.
Absolutely. Or is it? Am I lying to you?
No, you know what? Keep talking. I'll look it up here.
I think it is. It is just a ludicrously well done game. You're a little fox.
Ooh.
You're getting pages. So it's a lot of Banjo-Kazooie type vibes where you have collect collecting things. So when you're done with the game, you can collect more things. Different types of levels. The controls are tight, like a tiger.
Tight like a tiger?
They're just like everything. If you die, it's because you did something wrong. It never feels cheap.
I like that.
Did not have one point in the game where I was like, oh, stupid game made me bounce off the wall. It's like, no, I did it.
So I see that there's actually two of them. There's Super Lucky's Tale and New Super Lucky's Tales.
Yes. From what I understand, almost the same game, but New Super Lucky's Tale was like when the Switch port came out, they called it New Super Lucky's Tale.
Oh.
And there were some enhancements and things. I think so.
Okay.
I cannot claim to know exactly that is the case, but I believe it is the same story. It's just kind of like...
It is on both console and PC. So,
yeah.
You know, I've kind of like honestly skipped past it because it looked a little kiddie.
It is kiddie, but the platforming is... It's a man's game or a woman's game. A grown-up's game.
It's a gamer's game.
Yeah. You will enjoy it. It's not Dark Souls. It doesn't try to be Dark Souls.
Yeah.
But the kids and I were enjoying ourselves the whole weekend just playing New Super Lucky's Tale.
Awesome.
And the internet can go straight to hell and die. Or die first and then go straight to hell. Whichever. We forgot all about the internet. They all yelled at each other. We played New Super Lucky's Tale.
Huh, okay. Well, I'll put that on my feel-good list when I'm looking for a little pick-me-up or something.
There you go.
Play some Super Lucky's Tale.
There you go. Nice. And I guess I didn't put it on the list, but I guess in the last 2 weeks I did play Sonic Mania as well. I did a video on that. So
you did. That's right.
Speaking of feel-good retro-type games, it's good.
Yeah.
Not quite as... The controls aren't anywhere near as tight as... the other game, but that's just something that's always bugged me about Sonic games, is that half the time you're pressing buttons and you're bouncing off things, you're like, I have no idea how I got here. I just jumped a bunch and now I'm here and I got a ring.
Not super skill based then. Super luck based.
Yeah, but still a great game, and I think that one's also on Game Pass. Is that on Game Pass or some other thing? I don't know if it's on Game Pass. Maybe I had it on the Epic, or I think I had it on the Epic store from like a free game from some point.
Yeah, there's no Sonic on Game Pass.
Yeah. Sure, you can get it now for like next to nothing, but
yeah. I know I picked up that on the Switch, right? Sonic Mania, like that was it's out on the Switch, right? Or am I thinking?
Yeah, I think it's out on everything. So
yeah, because that's the one that was the big like not a sequel, but almost like a reimagining of the first levels and
yeah. It's got like old levels and new levels. It's got the 2D art style.
I picked that up on Switch, dirt cheap. And I got like the special edition too for like $20 or something. So
sure, yeah. And then Sonic Forces came out from the official Sonic team, and not to be confused. Do not ever confuse those two games together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, anything making you grumpy this week, Rob? Besides the internet?
People. They all suck.
People, internet. So just our typical stuff.
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, well, if that's all you got, that's all I got. Maybe we'll take this train into the station and chugga. All right, well, thank you everyone for watching slash listening, wherever you're checking us out. We appreciate that you've hung around with us. You can check out more of our stuff at thegrumpyoldgamers.com. That's where we post all of our original content. Or head on over to Facebook. Look up The Grumpy Old Gamers. That's where lots of our activity happens. We post all our videos there, as well as share all the news that we hear and feelings. Yeah, Friday night is feeling night, and everyone just gets on and shares a feeling.
Yep.
Right on the page there, just posts about it, and Yep. Bunch of 40-plus-year-old men just bawling. Yep. Lots of videos about it. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
And if you want lots of cat pictures, check out our MySpace page at myspace.com/thegrumpyoldgamers.
Yeah. Caps on keyboards. That's and on controllers and chewing wires.
Birds on skateboards. Got a little bit of everything for everybody.
Yeah. If you want to reach out to us and tell us what idiots we are, you can send us an email to makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. We always love to hear from you. And other than that, I think we'll see you next week for episode number 92. So, good night, everybody.
Night.
See you next week.